become proficient at the EXO devices. And look, you're not going to be here if you don't believe that this is actually going to help. So, folks, I'm going to do my best to answer all the questions. I think it's just myself. Louisa, Jay, and Rangan couldn't join us for the moment, but I'll do my best to answer all of the questions. And just to give you a heads up, what we're doing is we are going to tackle brand new topics today. So we're doing the One Education forums, the ID. We're going to tackle the One Education support page, how to get your EXO ID, why do you need an EXO ID, and most importantly, we're going to talk about how to get APKs using your Google account. And what the heck's an APK anyway? So, folks, let's get started. We've got 3 more minutes. I'm happy to just wait a little bit longer, and after that, we'll get started. But a little bit of housekeeping. If you notice, everyone is muted, and the reason for that is so I'll be able to then ask people to raise their hands if there's something that you'd like to contribute, if there's something that you'd like to ask or clarify. Guys, feel free to just click that button. I will unmute you, and you have the floor. So that's basically it. Normally, I'll unmute everybody if there's less than 5 people, but there's a good group here, so it's just for a bit of crowd control, so to say. Guys, grab a cup of coffee. I want to wait until at least 6 before we start it, so another 5 minutes. Grab a cuppa. Make sure that your EXO is charged. Very, very important. Please make sure your EXO is charged. And I think that's about it. Get ready. It's going to be fun. Folks, I'm going to put this on mute. I will see you soon. G'day, Teresa. I can actually hear you. Hi.
Hello.
How you going?
Good, how are you?
That's good. That's good. Hang on. Is this Teresa or is this Kim?
That was Kim typing, but it's Teresa. We're all here. There's five of us.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us from WA. Um, Now that it's you do know it's evening time here, and we do like to play a game. Every time I say everyone takes a shot.
Sounds good.
So just to address the questions, just to confirm, you guys have had issues connecting online. Is that correct?
We have had issues, but it's just a matter of us not keying in the information wrong.
I do remember. I think it was Jill Durant from Edney.
We remember.
Yeah.
You've heard about her, hey? No, Jill actually alerted me to that, and I passed it on to one of my guys in tech support. We're trying to get that sorted, but we don't really know what to do except ask your IT guys, your network administrators to call us or give us their details so we can call them. That way we can actually try to arrange a less complicated method to get everyone together.
Yeah, I think Jill said that she'd emailed you and asked if something about you were going to be contacting our department.
Yes, that's right. Look, I'm actually on placement at the moment, so technically I'm not supposed. I'm on leave, but look, I made a commitment to help everyone out with the web seminars, so yeah, I'm here now. I'm not going to be back in the office until Wednesday next week. However, if you guys are so kind to provide us with your IT people's contact details and the name, I'll be sure that myself, Louisa, or Jay can actually get in touch with them.
Okay, I'll try and do that tomorrow then.
Fantastic. So just carbon copy myself, or if you email me, and I can forward it to the rest of the team.
Well, I can email that to Louisa if you like, because I've been emailing her a few times today, and she's been back straight away.
Oh, awesome! She's an absolute gem, that lady. And so if you ever get in touch with Jay, he's brilliant as well. So,
okay.
All right, folks, I'll put you on mute again, and we'll officially get started.
Okay, thanks.
Not a problem. All right, so welcome everybody. A special hello to my friends from Bankstown North Public School. Yes, there's a bit of favoritism there, but that's a different story. Oh, hang on. Folks, whenever you do want to have something noted, or if you guys want to have the floor, I'll unmute you. Just click the thing that says lower or raise hands. If you click that one, your hand will pop up, and I'll be able to unmute you. Just like our friend Saul Fletcher. Saul, can you hear me? G'day, Saul. Oopsie. Saul, you've got your hand up. Is there a specific question you'd like to ask, sir? Okay. So when it comes to the floor, guys, I'll try to unmute you, but okay. You just had your hand up is also. Saul just said no, he didn't really ask a question. So I normally have this method so we can, I guess, try to address anything that comes up. You raise your hand again, Saul. So guys, if you've got any questions, make us aware. Make us aware by clicking that hand up button. So getting started on this, what we're going to do now is firstly, let me show you what I've got in terms of my XO. If you guys have been following the trend so far, we actually are up to build number 2. It's called the XO System 2, and this is what it looks like. So the background should look like that. You should have App Universe, Avatar Creator, XOID, and the Connect app all lined up on the top. You should have your ES File Explorer, WPS Suite, your camera, your app drawer, as well as your your Chrome browser there. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm just going to quickly get this sorted. I'm going to let me just put that down. I'm just going to quickly enter this in. The first topic of contact would be the EXO ID and the EXO community. Folks, I'm going to do a quick poll for everyone, and just to help me get a bit of a baseline. I want to know what you're planning to do with the EXO, if you're using your EXO. If not, let us know as well. And if there's a specific app you really use, you love using on the EXO, let me know via the chat as well. So just to be clear, teachers, this is the main use of your EXO. So say, for example, you only use the EXO for numeracy and literacy, or you only use the EXO for creative or anything like that. Just click on that. I want to know what the main uses are. I'm going to keep this open for another 15 seconds or so. Thanks, guys. Everyone's voted pretty much. Just to give you a bit of an idea, teachers, this is what your cohorts have been using the EXO for. Literacy reading, after that one you've got internet browsing, and then you've got your specific apps. Now, for those who clicked specific apps, please type on chat or on via the questions which apps you guys are using. We might be able to get you guys a good deal, or thanks, Paul. Oh, hi, Polly, how you going? Oh, you're here. So if you just also, and for those of you who says I don't use my EXO, look, great chance to learn a little bit more about it. And the next question I actually have for you is this question here. Have you visited our forums page? Now, the reason I ask this is because the forums page, it has been revamped, and I want you guys to be familiar with it because it's an opportunity for you to talk to the CEO themselves. So my boss, Rangan, frequents the page. Larissa, myself, Jay, Paul, Matthew, Niraj, all of us actually pay attention to the forums. We make sure everyone gets their questions answered. If not, it is raised as a ticket for us. And one of our KPIs as an employee of One Education is to make sure the tickets are always low, if not closed. So that's something we can get going to do. All right, thank you so much for that, folks. I'm keeping it open for another 5 seconds. Excuse me. Just going to go and cough a little bit. Hold on, folks. Apologies, guys. It's about 8 degrees here in the Kellyville, and I live in the Greater West, and it's freezing. All right, so folks, that's how the teachers are looking at the moment in terms of using the forums. And just to let you guys know, it's a very exciting time to actually have the forums in there. Hang on a sec, guys. Okay. I know Teresa's been eagerly asking for Reading Eggs license and Literacy Planet. I'm very happy to say with Reading Eggs, you can use it on your EXOs using Chrome. But because they're big bad 3PL learning, they haven't given us any special deals just yet. But don't you worry, I'm working on them. I am working on them. Okay. Okay, Polly, regarding the special password and everything, I think this is I think we're gonna have to go to the database for that. Please have a chat with Jay or Matthew tomorrow. So I'll type on chat what the and this should be for everyone. This is the phone number. This is the phone number for the office. Okay. Now, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly Yes, please. So just have a chat with them. And Teresa, thanks for letting us know. Fitzroy Readers, I'm going to give them a call. Now, to let you guys know, we're focusing on XOID today and the XO community. So first things first, I'm going to take you guys to our forums. So this is the forums page. Now, to get into the forums page, what you need to do is actually log in, right? And to log in, you need your XOID. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to show you how to get your XOID. Now, this is very, very important. If you do not have an XOID, talk to your school administrator. And if you are the school administrator and you don't have an XOID, let us know or follow the instructions. When you actually go to id.1, hang on, let me get this so you can copy it. Okay, I'll put it on chat, everyone. So if you folks actually click on that, you'll be able to go to the XOID page. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly put my details in. Okay, now if you already have your username and password, just type that in, put your password in. Now this is something you need to have had completed. If you guys don't have it, just let us know so we can get you solved on that one. Now, for this is actually a hands up question. Quick hands up, who here has an XOID already? So just click the hands up button if you already have your XOID. Brilliant, brilliant. All right, so majority of you guys already have XOIDs. That's great. CJ, you don't have your XOID yet. There you go. I'm pretty sure you do. Oh, okay, that's bizarre. I thought yourself and I thought you and Amanda already have it. Ah, there you go. Okay, so what I'll do, folks, and there's an issue. Ah, Chantal, what state are you from, Chantal? Oh, okay, that's bizarre. Okay, so folks, hmm. I'm so sorry, Chantal. It's just myself working at the moment. Normally, Jay, I'd pass you on to Jay. He's the technical expert when it comes to it. When you actually go to the One Education page for, hang on a sec, for the XOID, press Tab and then type, and then press Tab again, and then type your password, and then press Enter. That'll automatically get you to the page, but I'll definitely raise that as a ticket for Jay to look at. So I'm actually writing that now. Okay, so folks, for you, for all of us other teachers without an XOID, we need to actually click this button here that says don't have an account, sign up now. Right, so once you've clicked on that, you'd be able to go to this page here. Oh, cool. My pleasure, Chantal. Now, just fill in your details, and here comes the tricky bit, the school secret. Again, if you're an administrator, you get to set the school secret. If you don't know the school secret and you're not an admin, talk to your admin. If you're an admin and you don't know your school secret, give us a call and we'll get that sorted for you. All right, folks? Right, teachers, if my pace is a little bit fast or a little bit slow, please let us know. I'd like to be able to work with everyone's pace as quickly as possible. That way we can provide you with as much information. We've got a fair few things to go through today. So once you've created your account, you can then log in. I'm just going to quickly go back. Okay, and once I'm actually logged in, I can go and once you've got an XOID, you actually have access to your forums, you have access to your to the One Network, and you can actually add topics here. Okay, someone's just raised their hands. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly thank you for participating there, teachers. I'm just going to quickly click on close hands, lower hands. So what's so good about having the forums? Well, firstly, in these forums, you get to have a look at all of the topics that's important, because it's actually a way to communicate with us in real time. If you notice here, you get notification if there's new topics. It's a great forum to discuss ideas. You've got, this is really important, you've got the next webinar schedule there. It's pinned, so it comes up on top. And at the moment, we actually are encouraging teachers to also read How Do You Use Your XR? And these two will let you know how others of your cohorts are using their devices. And here on the webinars for term 2, it lets you know when the next webinar is, how to get a hold of it, and more importantly, what's going to be talked about. Okay. So what we've done so far is we've discussed, sorry, let me just put that down. I'm not actually going to focus on Google Classrooms too much because this actually is only New South Wales enabled. I'm so sorry. And if you don't have a .edu in New South Wales.edu email, it's not actually going to work. Okay. All right. Okay. So CJ, I think you're the school administrator. If not, it's going to be the principal. But if you go ahead and try to sign up, and if you don't, you get to set your school secret if you're the first person to sign up in Bankstown North. However, if you have a bit of issues with that, give Louisa or John. I'm John. I'm not at school tomorrow. If you have any issues, make sure you call Jay or Louisa tomorrow. And Michael, thanks for letting me know. Michael has a question here. Can I link recordings of these seminars to staff at our school? Yes, most definitely. Michael, these recordings are on YouTube, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because I'm not 100% sure if the proxy allows YouTube. But let me get back to that. Folks, one big thing, next week, we are giving your Literacy Planet accounts, 21st of May. Okay, so 21st of May, I want you guys to have a look at your XOs. You already should have Literacy Planet ready and raring to go. This is pretty much a fresh build. I only the only thing I changed here is I downloaded Minecraft because my kids are addicted to Minecraft. But whoa, that's okay. But if you have a look, you've got Literacy Planet right there, ready to go. On the latest build of all the XOs, you will have Literacy Planet and Schoolbar already preloaded. Okay, and the cool thing about that, folks, is when the time comes, which would be next week and the fortnight after that, you get to have a look and get your licenses, which is cool. Okay. Thanks, Ashley. Yes, yes. We work really, really hard for that, and there's special deals happening on that too. Yes, please check these forums. So I'm going to actually link the forum webpage to you all. And bear with me for a moment. Okay. Oopsie. So these are the forum. This is the forum address. Please feel free to visit that. And to answer the previous question regarding linking this to the staff, most definitely, I highly encourage you to do so. Here, Louisa actually, I'm just going to highlight that. Louisa actually had our YouTube webinar uploaded there. So this is the Android training on term 2, week 1. Guys, by chance, if you see any other YouTube instructions from us, please note term 2 onwards is the most relevant one. Okay, only term 2 onwards. Main reason is we stopped using Droney from term 2 onwards, and we have a new app called Connect, which is up here. Whoa, what happened there? Okay. All right, I'm going to do this directly. Apologies. Okay. Here we go. So that's Connect. And ever since term 2, we've stopped using Droney, and that's what we use to connect to the school internet. Okay. I'm so sorry, Deborah. Deborah, what I'll do is I will add that. I'm going to answer that there. Thank you. Okay, there you go. Thanks, Deborah. All right, folks. So that's why I suggest just have a look at our web at our videos only from term 2 onwards. All right. So now we've discussed a little bit about XOID, how to get it. If you don't have it, please please have a chat with the team tomorrow, and we'll help you get that sorted. Okay. Now, another reason for the webinars, for the forums, besides the previous webinars and the schedule, right? You also have the little linky bits here. See this link here? And this link here, okay, is permanently there, so you guys can just click on those and it will lead you to the whole terms registration, so you can select what when you guys want to register for. Now please note, you have to visit that every week to register for the next webinar. I haven't figured out how to actually do a form so you can register for the entire term with just one click. I'm so sorry about that, but this is the best we can do for the time being. Okay, right. One more thing before we move on regarding the forums. What I'm really excited about in here is it's not just myself, Louisa, and Jay, and the other guys from One Education. You actually have other people here, such as, hang on a sec, let me actually try to find one. Here we go. This is specifically for Queensland. Okay. And what happened here is there's a lady by the name of Jane West saying, look, I need some help here. Paul answered. He's one of our employees, and so is Jay. And there's another gentleman, there's another teacher that had some issues there. So basically, it's not just us, it's sometimes teachers as well who help out. Right? So Anne is now asking Jane a bit of help for her problems. So it's an opportunity for you to actually experience the One Education community. The whole idea for this is self-reliance. We're not gonna be able to to help everybody every time, because, well, time's a finite resource. We are not for profit, and there's only so much we can do. But with the infrastructure that's here, it's an exciting part of your community. You can talk to your cohorts from all across the Nullarbor into WA. So it'll be exciting to see guys from St. Clair collaborating with their cohorts in Western Australia, talking about a lesson plan on how to use the XO. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to do our best to make sure that these forums can benefit everybody. Okay, but we can't do it without your help. So we really want to encourage you guys. Please use the forums. Please log in, and if you've got any questions, type it here or give us a call tomorrow. Okay. So any questions about that before I move on? Okay. Now that we've logged on to XOID, Oh gosh, some of you actually clicked that you don't use your XR. An important thing to note, folks, I'm making two huge assumptions. Assumption number one, you're connected to the internet. Assumption number two, you're using the latest build of our Android operating system. Okay, so those are two huge assumptions that I have. Now, is the XOID used for anything else other than the forum? CJ is asking this, folks. Is the XOID used for anything else other than the forum? Yes. I assure you, CJ is not a plant. He's actually a honest to goodness teacher from New South Wales. But perfect question, CJ. Absolutely perfect question. With the XOID, not only can you access the forums page, you also have access to the One Network. On top of that, you also have access. I'm just going to get that page up. You also have access to this beautiful thing here called the App Universe. Yeah? The App Universe has all of the apps that One Education has paid for. Okay. So if you notice there, I was logged out and then I'm logging back in. So what it did, it actually downloaded some a refresh, and now I can see Caustic, I can see Anki Droid. What else do I have here that isn't normally in your XRs? So it basically gives you access to all of the other apps we have paid for. Now this is really cool. It's called Speaker Studio. Speaker Studio allows the students to have their own podcasts. It's a very important tool for reading, speaking, and literacy. So these students basically have their, you can ask your student to tell a story, ask them to record it, and they can have a little broadcast, put it online. So it's a cool little tool to help kids build confidence in speaking. And if there is enough interest that's going to be in the forums, please let me know and I'll be able to do a walkthrough on Spreaker. Okay? Okay. Oh, fantastic. Type and speak. Now that's a pretty cool. It actually helps students learn how to pronounce words properly. Mind you, you'll never ever have to ask me to do a type and speak. My accent is almost unrecognizable. So great app, Type and Speak. So folks, if you actually try to go to the website for the forums, you get to see other teachers and what they use their XOs for and what apps they use. But this is one special request from me. Once you've actually gotten a little bit more used to your XR, guys, make a post on the One Network, and I'm going to just put that on everybody's chat. One Network still uses the same whatchamacallit, still uses the same logins, but it actually gives you a chance to put your lesson plan up, and it also gives you a chance to see what others of your cohorts have done. And the cool thing about that is you get to collaborate. And I'm a big person when it comes to collaboration. I'm a big believer that why reinvent the wheel? And this is a free service we provide. The infrastructure is there. Louisa already did some lesson plans using the MyScript calculator. I did a little thing on Lensu. Louisa loves Candy Crush, and she found this app, which is on our App Universe, and instantly got addicted as well. Okay, and also you have your links to the trainings there too. Okay. By the way, let me quickly show you this app called Cashier. Cashier, there it is. You can download this from our. If you don't have it, let us know so we can give you the APK or the file. So I'm going to put it on live. Okay. right? And this basically gives you a whole bunch of scenarios where it says, I want you to give me $39.60. And there's a timer here. Yeah. So you're supposed to do $39.60 as quickly as possible. There you go. So I know it's not that impressive. My score, I could have done better, but I wanted to show everyone what you can do with it. And you can teach the children how to be able to use their cash when they're buying in the canteen. It's a cool free app, and we've got permission to actually use it for free. Now, yeah. So the app that you're using is called Cashier. I do suggest putting the volume down. It does have this music to it. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so hi, hi Alicia. Alicia just asked, where do we find the lesson plans again? These lesson plans are here on, hang on a sec, let me just refresh that. At One Network, One-Network. So the website will be on your on the chat thing. All right. Cashier is, so far, folks, so far, all of the apps I've spoken to, all of the apps I've spoken to you about to use is standalone. The only apps that you need the internet for is your App Universe, Avatar Creator. Hang on a sec, guys. Hang on. The only thing you need the internet for that I've spoken about so far is Connect, because that's basically your internet connectivity app. XOID, because you need to log on online, and that links to Avatar Creator. But ES File Explorer, your the Cashier app, REC, the Spreaker Studio, all of those are standalone. You do not need internet. All you need to do is just download it one time. Now, speaking of which, I have heard from a few sources that WA, Queensland, South Australia are having issues with the internet. And look, I'm so sorry you guys had to go through that. It's a real pain. But what I want you to know is that I want to be able to provide all of you with standalone apps so you can use your XOs without the need for internet. Okay? But firstly, I'm just going to quickly do a poll. So what we've shown you so far is basically how to connect online. How to get your XOID, right? The next step to that is actually teaching students how to do it. We don't have the time for that now, but what I want you folks to do is think of some students off the top of your head that might be able to help other teachers and other students with just the basics, showing them around, navigating them through the apps, showing them which apps can do what. Can you think of students that might be able to help? Oh, you're a laugh, Melissa. You're a laugh. Well done, man. But yeah, look, I appreciate this. I remember, was it you that we were talking about how it's really intermittent internet? And I had a chat with the boss, and I said, look, we need to have something that's standalone. And I don't want to steal thunder from my next webinars, but I'm very happy to say one of the licenses we're going to give you can be standalone. Okay? All right, folks, I'm just closing this in 3, 2, 1. Just sharing that poll with everybody. So from what everyone said, you can all locate a stage 2 or stage 3 student that can easily help managing, not managing, but navigating through the apps um, and just helping other students. It's not about the teachers doing it themselves, but finding leaders. Yeah, I'm on placement at the moment, and just as a quick story, I've been there's a Sudanese bloke who's really struggling with linear equations, and I do an assessment with him, and he was almost in tears. He goes, "I don't know how to add negative numbers," and I go in private, I go, "Mate, you should have learned that in year 8." And he goes to me, "Sir, in year 8, I was running for my life." I found out later he's actually a war refugee. So it's just, I've committed myself to keep teaching that young man, and his fellow students noticed, and 2 of my best year 10 math students are now tutoring him. So when I leave, he's got support. And it's all about finding students like that who are willing to help out their other students, and it'll develop their maturity and it'll develop their sense of responsibility. It's a win-win all the time. Anyway, back onto topic. We've discussed how we can get our XOID, what benefits of XOID are, and what other apps you can download. I want to now talk to you guys about APKs. Okay, now APK basically is the file your XOs run on. So if you've got an Android phone, like a Samsung phone, HTC, Sony, if anyone still buys Sony stuff, the files you actually have to run the apps are called APKs. I don't know what they stand for, I just know they stand for their APKs. And what you can do is you can actually go to our support page, and it has a beautiful instructions manual there on how to extract that APK. But before we do that, we need to have you guys logged on with Google account, so you can then sign into the Play Store. So what I'm doing, so it's getting a little bit it's getting a little bit complicated now, folks. So if you need me to slow down, let me know. But if you also feel that, look, this is going too fast, this is being recorded. It definitely is being recorded, and we will link the recorded the result of it. Hopefully by Monday it'll be uploaded to the YouTube channel that we have. Okay, so to add a Google account, what you need to do is go to the One Education support page, which is this. I'm typing that in chat as well. Okay, so have a go at this. So this leads you to this page here. So to show you where I got this from, right, this is what the page looks like at the start when you first get in. And from here, you can actually get the latest update of the XO Android. So have a click on that, and you'll be able to download the Android the most up-to-date Android software. But at the same time, you also have the search bar. So type in as best as you can the search parameter, and look, more often than not it'll show up. If not, if there's issues, give us a call. Okay. We're doing our best to fill this with as many detailed instructions as possible. But how to add a Google account, nice and easy. I think you can actually see it here on the getting started. I just highlighted it. It's right there. Okay. So when you click on that, you get to this page here. So I'm going to try to emulate what Louisa did. So back onto my XR, what do? Firstly, go to the Settings tab. Either which way, I like doing the shortcut way, or you can go through the app drawer looking for settings and going at it through there. Very good question. Melissa just asked, why do I need a Google account? Melissa, this is for people who want to download APKs that, to download apps from the Google Play Store. Say, for example, I know some schools actually have Minecraft as a reward for some students, so you can download Minecraft using your Google account. Okay, it's normally $7.80 or something like that for a license, but if you've purchased the license already, you can have it on multiple devices using the same Google ID. Okay, so you don't need a Google account. Just saying, if you do want to have it logged on, and if you want to use the Play Store, you can do it this way. I hope I answered the question, Melissa. So what you do is you actually go to the accounts page, which is on settings, scroll down, and it says add an account. And when I press add an account, I can choose Google. Yep. When I get to Google, come on. It's going to ask me if I want to use an existing or a new account. Click on existing and type away. Okay. Melissa, just to let you know, there's a lady by the name of Jackie Lamont, I think her name is, and she was able to use a class Gmail account. So she just made Jackie at whatever state school she's in, Jackie.whatever state school she's in at gmail.com, and she uses that to have licenses for her class. It's a very, very cool way, actually, very creative way. Rod, great question. So this is basically a way, because I know New South Wales has allowed for teachers to use their DEC. I'm going to run you through it real quick. So a quick answer is yes, it is. So clicking on that three dots, and you have something called browser sign in. If you use browser sign in, let's click on OK with that. You get to this page here. So ladies and gentlemen, this is strictly for New South Wales people only, okay? It's just because that the DEC in New South Wales is allowed to use Google with their, they've kind of linked their .edu accounts with Google. So real quick, I'm going to put in first name, last name, at education.nsw.gov.au. Okay, so the funny thing is, folks, I don't know why they did it that way, but it's just the way that we can go around it. So please make sure that you use your, I'm just going to highlight that again, at education.nsw.gov.au, and it's the same password that you're using for your to enter the portal. Okay, so okay, yeah, Michael's absolutely right. Only in New South Wales. So South Australia, Queensland, WA, they're still a bit funny with the whole privacy thing. But if you do want to add your Google account, feel free to just follow through. All right, folks, just to finish this off, once you've actually successfully signed in on the browser sign in, here, just use your usual DEC password to get online. You get a secondary security login, and here you actually use your regular at det.nsw. Yeah. .edu. Okay. And again, this is your regular portal password. Okay. So that's basically it, folks. Once you've done that, you've pretty much you're good to go. You've got your Google account set. All right. Now, that being said, now that that's done, okay. So if you do want to add your Google account, you can do it that way. You can now have access to Google Play, and the Play Store has so much more choices for apps compared to what we can give you. Unfortunately, they do need internet connection for most of them. And in doing so as well, some of them are paid for. Sorry, some of them are paid. So just be careful with that. Okay, folks. All right. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because, say, for example, you do end up with your department money or whatever, you end up paying for an app, say for speed reading, worth $5 or something like that. And within the license, it says you can have a whole class set for that app. How do you actually put that on every single one's XR? The easiest way to do it, hang on, Menaka, hang on a sec. When we sign in through the portal, we don't use. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. Thanks, Menaka. There you go. Cool. I'm still learning these things because I tried using my daughter's one and it just keeps kicking me out. So I haven't been successful in actually logging in using a .edu password. Manaka just said when they sign in through the portal after Google, they don't use the email ID. They just use the regular username and the password. So there you go. Fantastic. Thanks for that. I really appreciate that. All right, folks. Now, say for example you've downloaded this speed reading app, just for example, and you've got your class set to do. What you need to do now is go to the support page, and Jay has kindly set up this page that says how to install applications from App Universe. Oh no, not that one. Oh, not that one again. Sorry, folks. Yeah. I had it here. I had it open. I'm so sorry. Ah, jeez. This is embarrassing. I actually had I actually had the correct file up and running. Here we go. I found it. Now it says how to extract applications from a teacher's XR. So I'm just gonna open that up. Get that. I'm gonna put that on chat. So here we go, folks. Okay. Deborah, did you get that? Hang on, let me actually type it again for you just in case. There you go. Beauty. Awesome, awesome. So, folks, what this does, it actually instructs us on how to get an application downloaded. The caveat, guys, huge caveat. We have a teacher who tried this after 25 after 25 exos, it doesn't allow her to do that anymore. So just be careful that the license does allow you to exceed over a certain amount of installs. Okay. Now the instructions here. Once you download APK Extractor, we can't actually give you a direct link to the file. We haven't gotten permission from that guy yet. Look, I'm doing my best to actually get him to give it to us, but yeah, I think I need to work on my my charm. It's not working on him. So getting back to it, folks. Once you've gotten the APK Extractor application up and running, what's going to happen is it's going to list all of your apps that's in your device at the moment. If you press one app, it's going to show something called extracting right there. What it's doing, it's actually copying the file and putting it on an APK. Okay. Now, what you do is once you've obtained that APK, you can find it right here when it says extracted apps on your ES File Explorer. Now, to let you know, ES File Explorer is this app over here. Excuse me, folks. There's ES File Explorer. Open that up. Right? And on local, you should have your extracted, that folder should be here somewhere. Okay? So when you open that folder up, you can see the actual file that you've just extracted. In this case, it's Peak, the app called Peak. So just follow the instructions here, press down until it's become selected, and then just press copy. Okay, and then it's up to you to put a USB stick onto the XO and transfer it over. Simple as that. Once you've actually got it transferred to a USB stick, go to the target XO. Again, open ES File Explorer, and all you need to do is explore that same USB stick, press the file, and it will install on the target XR. Okay. Awesome. Alrighty. So, I mean, guys, I'm no expert when it comes to this, but that's a very good point. Mr. Mazzoni just said some techs in schools might not be aware, but you can install the APKs remotely using the Android SDK. And as long as you know the XO's IP address, and you can find that out using the settings and about the machine, and you can identify the XO's IP address. So guys, this type of stuff, Michael, you need to put that on the forums. People need to know about this. Thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. This is what the forum's all about, guys. It's just finding out stuff. As you know, Android is incredibly open source, and people get to muck around with it. And it's got so much things to offer. It'll take a bit of time for us to identify everything, but what you can do, guys, hang on, I've actually located my IP address. Here we go. So all you need to do is go to settings and about tablet, and you can find out the IP address of the individual XO. There you go. So last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I know we're really pressed for time. We've got 4 minutes before the hour is up. But I will want to show everyone about printing and screen capture, screenshots. We've had so many requests regarding screenshot printing from the XO and everything else. Guys, printing from the XO is not going to happen because I'm sorry to be so blunt, but it's a Google thing. Please be aware, we are capable programmers in our own respect. We can support most of the apps that you guys want, but unfortunately, there are still some things that Google still has a control over, such as printing. We cannot print directly, even though we are in the same network. We can't print directly from the XO to a printer. Um, it's still a bit of a rigmarole, but you can use ES File Explorer to save the file to a USB stick. Okay, so real quick, I'm sure most of you guys would be familiar with that already, but go to ES File Explorer. Once you're there, select the file that you'd like to, say for example, I want this one. Select the file that you'd like to copy. Press and hold until you see those little holy things, and make sure that the file you want has a tick on it, and you can click on copy. Yeah, so I just press copy, and I'm going to take a USB flash drive, plug it onto the XO, and you should see on the on the top side of my screen, it says prepping USB storage. Ready to go. I'm going to go to local, go to my USB storage, and I can just click on paste. And there you go. I've just successfully transferred the file over, and I can then go to my laptop that is connected to the network printer and print from there. Okay. Okay, so Teresa asked a very, very valid question. The first question is, why do some websites say content not supported for interactive content? Now, if you guys know, we actually have two different types of browsers. So I'm just going to go to the app drawer, and you can see we've got two types of browsers. One of them is Flash enabled, the other one isn't. So the Flash enabled browser is here. I'm just going to highlight that. It's just conveniently called browser. Yeah, our IT guys don't really have the naming rights for that. And of course, you've got your good old Chrome. So one browser allows Flash and Java and all that kind of fun stuff. And Chrome, unfortunately, believe it or not, they've stopped supporting Java-enabled stuff. They only support HTML5. So every programmer and developer we've been in touch, we always ask, it has to be HTML5 or we can't use it. Okay. Now, the second question, Teresa asked this, what's the point of making a class and adding students? Very, very good question. Now, for me, I've got really fat fingers. I normally use my XO ID. I normally use my XO ID using, this is my laptop at the moment, so I can see a bigger screen and I've got access to a bigger keyboard. The XOs are designed for tiny fingers, people. Tiny fingers for tiny kids. So you can still use your XO management system there, but in this case, I've already had some pre-made classrooms. I've got my year 4s, my chemistry, my geography, year 5 and year 4 maths and all that type of stuff. The reason we're doing this is because we wanted to make sure that all of the licenses can be traced. I'm going to give you guys an example now. We have an app called Caustic. Caustic normally costs about $5 per license, if memory serves me right. Yeah, about $5, maybe a bit more. I can't remember. But Rangan was the guy that actually shelled out for this. And it's a full license, as in you don't need anything else to play it. Right? Now, Caustic basically lets you mix music. Remember I told I told you guys about Spreaker Studio. Caustic actually gives you a bit more power, because it actually allows for you to compose music, and that costs money. Um, because we want to have accountability with the people we actually receive the donations from, and especially because this came from Rangan's own back pocket, we want to make sure that we're accountable to people who gave us those donations. So by having these classrooms, we can then make sure that the license isn't overextended. So that's basically why. Yeah. All right. So Nari has a question. There's a number of APK extractors in Play Store. Are they pretty much the same? Which ones do you use? Very good question. Let me make sure I give you the right one. Thanks for bringing this to my attention, Nari. Yeah. Hey, the APK extractor you want would look like this. It's made by a guy named Meher, M-E-H-E-R. Hang on, is this Indian bloke I spoke to? It is this Indian bloke that I spoke to. Oh, we should have this on the App Universe soon, folks. Okay, so yeah, we should have this on the App Universe soon. Okay. So I already spoke to this gentleman. He's a pretty cool guy, and he actually just did this in his spare time, and it's a pretty efficient APK extractor as well. For those of you who are a little bit more tech savvy, you can also use ES File Explorer to extract your APKs. Let me just make sure I'm doing it right. Nope, it's in the library. Okay, so in your ES File Explorer, there's App. If you press App, you actually have a list of the apps that's there. Okay, so if I want to extract, say for example, I want to extract Stellarium. It's cleverly disguised as backup. So it's quote unquote backing up. Okay. And you can then transfer that to your USB stick. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show you how to do the rest of the steps, because yeah, I still have to do some troubleshooting on it. So just to let you know, we're going to get onto that. But folks, if you've got any questions or queries, please feel free to give us a call tomorrow. Look, I'm still in prac until Tuesday next week. Ah, right. Mel, I'm going to have to ask the guys to send you the APK for Cashier. It's not available in App Universe. It's on the new build. So when you actually download the new build, it actually comes in there for it. So folks, I think the easiest way to get the latest build is to install the. Hang on a sec. I'm just making sure I've got the. Thanks, Tess. All the best. All the best. So just a quick farewell to our friends from WA. Folks, before I let you go, make sure that you actually install the latest system build on your devices. If you need assistance, give us a call, because what we're going to do next week is we're going to talk about Literacy Planet. Sorry, folks. We're going to talk about Literacy Planet. We're going to talk about how to get those free licenses I was talking about, and we're going to talk about how to use it. So guys, have a bit of a play. Make sure that you're familiar with Literacy Planet already, in terms of what it can do. Call Louisa tomorrow. ask her for assistance in getting a login, okay? And we'll talk about that next week on how to get those Literacy Planet licenses and how to play around with it, which is really cool. All right, guys, the week after that, I actually have a special guest from Literacy Planet itself, and she's going to help us do the nitty-gritty bits on what to do with Literacy Planet. Folks, that basically ends the web seminar. Okay. So, oh yes, and the USB sticks. Please let Annie know that you've attended. Hang on, I'm gonna put that on chat. Let Annie know that you've attended the web seminars, and we'll be able to then send that to you. Let me just put that on chat for USB sticks. Please call Annie or Louisa to arrange delivery. Teachers, thank you so much for your assistance. Thank you so much for your patience. What I'll do now is I'll just encourage you all to visit the forums, get your XOID, and try to identify those students that can help you out, because we want to empower everybody to have someone else help you out. Okay. All right, guys, I will leave you to it. Have a great afternoon or evening, depending on where you are from. Okay, so folks, if you've got any more questions, feel free to give us a call on the 1-800 number. Alternatively, wait for me until I'm back on the 21st. I am contactable on mobile anyway, but email would be preferred. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks, guys. My pleasure, Mel. If you don't have Cashier and you've downloaded the latest build, I'll ask Louisa to email you the Cashier APK. See you next week, folks. Okay. How do I